Hi. Hi, Aries. I would like to do this reading for you for the month of July 2017. And the spread I'm going to use today is the Gypsy spread. I'm using the Chrysalis Tarot deck. And I will first start out just by dealing out the cards. 7 rows, or 7 cards from right to left. And I do 3 rows of this. So I want to apologize for not getting out the June readings, and things have been a little chaotic lately. My car died and I had to get a new car, and that set me back quite a bit, and I'm working nights from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. so I don't know what time is up, what's day and what's night anymore. But that's done this week. I'll be on days again. So let's first start with the first column. The first column represents your state of mind. This is your state of mind coming into the month of July. It could be when you see this video at the end of June and you're coming in. So we have the Ravens, which is the Magician, the King of Scrolls, and scrolls are swords, and the 8 of Spirals, which is the 8 of Wands. So you are manifesting your own life, your own reality, your own environment, which is awesome, because not a lot of people get that time and energy to do this, but you are doing it at this time because you have all the resources needed to do this. You have the finances, you have the time, you have the energy, you have the intelligence. You can do whatever you want to do with your life, no matter who you are. This reading's for Aries, though, and it could be your sun, moon, rising. Please watch your other videos, too. They might relate to you also. It has to do with this King of Swords, someone who is very, very good with his words and the way he communicates and articulates. He is very good at planning, at his thoughts, his ideas, his communication. He's very good at doing that with practically everyone in his situation. So I think this might be someone around you that is a major impact, because we see here with the 8 of Wands, that means there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of desire headed your way at this time. And I believe it is with this King of Swords. King of Swords usually represent the air sign, which is the Aquarius, Gemini, or Libras. But it could be someone that has mastered their communication, their thoughts, and their mind a lot. And this situation is affecting you and the way you're manifesting your life at this time, with them in it. The next column represents your home life. You have 2 of Stones, which is 2 of Pentacles, the Tower, and 7 of Mirrors, which is 7 of Cups. All right, so there's something happening in your home life that you don't have control over. For example, this is an external thing in your situation, in your surroundings. And for example, it could be like my car. My car just stopped running, stopped working, and I had to get a new one. This is something external that I had no control over. It was some kind of car, mechanical thing, and I didn't have a choice on this situation. It just happened to me. And that's what the Tower is. It's something that you don't have much control over. Sure, you might own it, and maybe you should have had some work done on it or something. But unfortunately, at that time, it doesn't matter what has happened. It's going to happen. The universe has, more or less, I knew I needed a new car. But I didn't want to spend the money. And the universe finally says, look, we gave you warnings, we gave you heads up, and you didn't take it in your hands to go and do it ahead of time. So we're going to make this happen. You have to have this happen now. So then it just died. I was on the freeway and it stopped running while I was on the freeway, and I had to coast off to the side. So that's, the universe does the towers mostly. And it's because you didn't take the time or the effort or the energy to, you knew something was wrong and you didn't fix it. So it's always better to do preventive medicine and fix things ahead of time instead of having the universe take care of it. Because sometimes, well, the universe doesn't want us to forget this situation. They want us to remember it. So it usually isn't very good when it happens. Then you have Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles, where you're juggling your resources. You're juggling your finances, paying this bill to take care of that bill, and just to stay afloat, to maintain your status quo, which totally fits with my car because it set me back quite a bit. And I had to pay this bill instead of that bill and flip my money around and stuff in order to maintain. And it left me with a lot of choices. And this is what you have. You have a lot of choices going on also. You have a lot of choices ahead of you, decisions to make, and especially if you are creating your reality, this is going to affect you a lot. The choices you make are going to, in the end, affect the reality, your quality of life by these choices you make. You have to usually be quick because some don't exist for quite a while. Some are there and then gone the next day or seconds later, whatever. Some aren't even real choices. Some are just desires and illusions that you have that you want, but they don't exist. So you have to do your research and take care of this, whatever this situation is that happens. Your desires for the month of July is you have the Page of Mirrors, which is the Page of Cups, Knight of Mirrors, which is the Knight of Cups, and Seven of Spirals. You have a desire to just hunker down, just kind of hibernate, stay in the cave, stay at home, just kind of take care of yourself with someone that's very loving and compassionate. You need to heal. You need to recharge your cells down to the core. Work on your chakras. Do some kind of artistic endeavor. This is what your desire is for the month of July. What you expect to happen in July is the King of Mirrors, the King of Cups, Seven of Scrolls, Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Scrolls, or the Knight of Swords. So what you expect is you have these two people around you. You have an air sign and a water sign. So the water sign is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and the air sign is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. You have these two people around you. This is what you expect. You expect them to be there, and you are having a difficult time communicating and dealing with both of them, because usually swords represent verbal, the mind, the communication. So this could be This could be a relationship, this could be your family, this could be your friends, but for some reason you're having a hard time communicating with them what it is you are trying to get across, what it is you are thinking and feeling, and it keeps getting harder and harder to communicate to these two people. This is what you expect to happen in the month. What is going to surprise you in July? You have the Six of Scrolls, or Six of Swords, Six of Stones, or Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Stones, the Queen of Pentacles. So you're going to do all right. This is going to really surprise you because you are going to make enough money to do what you need to do. You're going to make enough resources, and you're going to manage your resources and your finances really well, because you have like the Six of Pentacles and you have the Six of Scrolls. So you are going to move on. That's what it is you're moving on, you're taking care of your resources, and you're doing a really well job with it. Intelligently, intellectually, and physically. So that's going to surprise you. In your soon-to-be future, within like a week or two, you have the Six of Spirals. You have like almost all sixes. Let's see if you have the other six. So you are at the mid stage where you are manifesting. This is really good. You are manifesting what it is you want in your life. The Six of Spirals, which is the Six of Wands, an Eight of Mirrors, Eight of Cups, and Five of Scrolls, Five of Swords. So the only troublesome thing here is the Five of Scrolls. So there is some kind of banter that you are going back and forth with somebody, and you do have to walk away from that situation. But you are going to have a victory. You are going to succeed. So in the near future, in a couple weeks, you are going to be victorious. People are going to compliment you on your victory. But there's that underlying situation that you are going to have to turn away from, at least at this time. Maybe in the future, like a couple months down the line, you may go back to it, but it's no longer fulfilling, no longer rewarding, and it's actually just causing you stress with these bickering you are doing with this other situation. And your long-term outcome, by the end of July, going into August, you have Two of Spirals, Two of Wands, Ace of Spirals, Ace of Wands, and Eight of Stones, or Eight of Pentacles. So you are manifesting what it is you want. You have a lot of passion just beginning and starting, and you have this drive. You are deciding which fork in the road you want to go, which life path you want to go down, and you're continuing to build at it. You started with the Magician, and you are working hard by the end of the month, physically creating what it is, that reality is you want. And you have that passion, you have that desire. The Ace of Spirals, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Swords are really good luck cards to have in your spread. Let me see if you have the Ace of Swords. I don't see that one. But to have the Ace of Spirals, that is very fortuitous. So it looks great for July. You are going to have a great month. You are beginning at what it is, the reality you want. And by the end of the month, you are actually physically making that reality happen. Hope you have a great July, and I'll talk to you again in August.